Hello everyone and welcome back to Naughty Threads. In today's video, I'm going to demonstrate a new design. So I'm going to use three different types of beads to work this design. The first one is this kind of a square, and then a round, again a smaller round. So these are the three different types of beads I'm going to use. This is for the second step, the small round bead. This is for the second step, so I'm going to keep it aside. So in the first step, we will be using these two shapes, the bigger round and the square shape. So I have my silk thread ready here. I'm using 7 strands of silk thread instead of 6, and I'm going to knot it to this square bead here. So this is how we will be starting. It's more like working around the donut, and along with this I'm using my regular crochet hook number 10. You can use either 9 or 10, whichever you have handy. So after fixing the silk thread, I'm going to insert the hook below the knot to pull a loop. So insert the hook and pull a loop. So now I will be working single crochets, all single crochets from this point to this point. So now that I have the loop, I'm just going into the bead, pull another loop, pass through both. So that way half the bead will be covered with single crochets, and make sure the stitch is not too tight. Probably around 5 single crochets on each side of the square bead is good enough to fill it. So I worked 4. This is the 5th one, and then I'm going to continue with the other side as well. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. So ideally this is how it should look after working two sides with double crochets. Now I'm going to add this bead. Now once we add this round bead, we'll work only half of it. So add it like this, and again continue working single crochets. So instead of working on the sari, we will be preparing the lace like this, and then we will attach it to the pallu, or if you want you can also add it onto the neckline. So just keep working. This is my 4th double crochet, single crochet, sorry. So the number of stitches also depend on the size of the beads you are using. So for my size I will give you the count. In case if you are using a size smaller or bigger, then accordingly you will have to reduce or increase the number. I worked 8 single crochets, and that has almost covered half the ring. So now I'm going to add my next square bead. So this is how you will continue until you want the desired length. So once we have worked half, we'll again change the color and work the part that is on the top. So before I do that, I'm going to change the color and then work that part. So here again, 5 single crochets onto this side and 5 single crochets onto this side. Then you will again attach the ring and work 8 single crochets. So I'll work for a certain distance and show you guys, so that you have a clear understanding as to how it is going to look as and how we proceed. So I finished working this part. I've stopped it here, and I'm going to trim my first color, and this is where I'm going to also add my second color. I already have 7 strands ready in my second color, which is red. I'm going to pull the loop that is on my hook and then add the second color like this. Hold both the colors and make knot. So in this step we will not be needing these two, so I'm going to push it aside and get these small beads because this is what we will be using in this step. So now we will work single crochets here. I'm going to insert my needle in the last stitch, pull a loop, and then work single crochets, about 5 single crochets I believe, because that's how much we worked on these sides. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 5 single crochets, this is where I'm going to add this small bead. So just like how we added the other round bead, same way we will work a single crochet, and that's how this gets attached. But after working the single crochet, I'm going to work a picot stitch, for which I'm going to work 3 chains, and instead of going in and doing all the picot part, I'm simply going to continue working my next single crochet in the ring. So when all these stitches come together, this automatically looks like a picot. So after every single crochet, I will be working 3 chains and then the next single crochet. So depending on the size of the ring, you will have to work the stitches. You will have to make sure this ring is completely filled up with the stitches. So I think the ring is full. Let me count the picots. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So I worked 11 single crochets and 10 picot stitches. Now I'm going to just continue working single crochets here in the square bead. See, if you're trying this design for the first time, you might find it a little tricky, but it's very simple, very easy, because the only stitch that we are using is the single crochet and chain stitch. So it's very simple. So this is my 4th single crochet and my last single crochet. So after this last single crochet, this is how it looks. If you want, you can replace the picots with a small 3mm size gold bead as well. But if you are following me since quite some time, you know me well. I avoid using beads and I always replace that part with picot, because picot being my favorite stitch. So here I'm going to work 1 single crochet in the last single crochet, and then work single crochets into the ring. Now here also, if you want, you can work the same pattern. If you feel it is too much work, then you can only work single crochets. So I think in this part we will add a small bead in between. So I'm going to work 4 single crochets, add 1 bead, and then continue with 4 single crochets in this ring. Otherwise it will get too monotonous. So that's 3 and 4. So here I think we will add a bead. So I've pushed the bead, and then I'm going to continue working single crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is how the design will look, and we will stitch this part to the sari or neckline or whatever you want. You can use it around. So I will finish the complete design in the exact same way. 1 single crochet into the last stitch here, and then 5 single crochets before adding this bead. So I'm going to finish the complete design and then show you guys the final look. I've reached the end. So before I trim off this color, I'm going to just work 1 single crochet into this first single crochet in the green color and then trim it off so that there is no gap left here. And then we are going to fix all the raw edges. All the loose ends need to be fixed. You can use this lace for almost anything you want. You can use it as a choker around your neck. It can be used around your blouse neckline, or it can be attached as sari tassels. You will have to hand stitch it just like how we hand stitch the tatting lace. So all these loose ends will have to be trimmed. Before you trim, like I always say, leave about half an inch and trim. Don't trim very close to the knot because it's silk thread. There are chances it might slip off. So all these loose ends will be glued and you can attach it to almost anything. So see, it forms a beautiful choker also. If you just add a little more length and then add the necklace dory, it becomes a choker. You can also use it as the neckline for the blouse. You can measure the neckline and work this design all around the neck. And if you have to attach this to the sari, you just have to stitch this square bead because this doesn't reach this point. If you raise this bead on top, then it might not sit well. So just stitch the square beads, and this is how it looks. So this is a new design that I tried. I tried right in front of you guys. I just had a very rough idea in my head and I thought of shooting the tutorial directly. So I would definitely look forward for your comments because it's been a while I got time to try something like this. So please do comment, as that will motivate me from creating more stuff like this. So that's all in today's video. I hope you guys like this design. In case you like, you know what to do. Give us a like and I shall see you guys with my next tutorial. Until then, take care.